So, quite recently, I saw a YouTube video from a YouTuber who tried to sleep on the floor for 7 days. And because I was really interested in this video and the expected benefits, I tried sleeping on the floor for 7 days as well. And I will give you my thoughts with brutal honesty on this challenge. So, first of all, what was my floor bed? My floor bed consisted of one fitness mattress with two blankets on top of it. So I was basically lying on hard ground. What were the benefits I expected? The first benefit I expected was that floor sleeping should lower my lower back pain. The second one is that it maybe improves my posture. And the third one was that because my body had to adapt to the floor, it would increase my adaptability in different circumstances. I will now walk you through every single day on this challenge and tell you the most important details on this day. So, what happened, what did I do, and so on. On day one, I was really excited to try out this challenge. Because of that, I slept in pretty fast. But I didn't sleep for long though, because after 1.5 hours, I started to wake up. And then, after another 1.5 hours, I woke up again, and my back hurt like crazy. I couldn't even lay on the floor because it was too hard. This meant that I took the only reasonable solution, except from being in pain for 6 straight hours, so I went into the bed and slept there for the rest of the night. The problem here was that my back pain continued throughout the entirety of day two, which means I was already thinking about quitting this challenge. But I told myself I should stick through it and that it will definitely get better eventually. So in the evening of day two, even though I had lower back pain, I started to sleep on the floor again. But again, the problem here was that I couldn't really fall asleep. I was lying on the bed for more than an hour, but because my back hurt too much, I couldn't even fall asleep. Basically, after 1.5 hours, I decided to get into the bed again because I needed to get some sleep in for tomorrow. Now you might think this guy is sleeping every day in the bed and not exactly on the floor. But things are going to change rapidly, so stick around. On day three, all of the back pain was suddenly gone, which means I could go through my normal day like I usually would. And then in the evening, I tried to sleep on the floor again, and this time it got a lot better. I could sleep the entire night without back pain on the floor. But there was still a problem. I was waking up after every 1.5 hours, but I slept in again relatively fast, so it wasn't a major problem. And I even was fit on the next day. So when I went to bed on day four, everything went perfectly. I had no back pain, I was sleeping in fast, and I was sleeping on the floor for the entirety of the night without waking up. The problem here was that my sleep quality wasn't good, and when I woke up, I was tired like crazy. This meant that I need to take a nap during the day, which obviously was on the bed. So let's cover day 5, 6, and 7 as well. I will put them into basically one day because all of the nights went pretty similar. I was now getting used to the hard floor, which means that I was able to sleep in fast and that I could sleep through the entirety of the night without any pain or waking up. And what was even better is that my sleep quality improved during these days, so I was less and less tired. And on the end of day 7, my sleep on the floor was nearly as good as my sleep on the bed. So let's get to the conclusion and how I will continue. Did I get my expected benefits? Let's go through them one on one. First of all, did my adaptability increase? In this one area, definitely yes. But did my adaptability decrease in other areas? Honestly, I haven't really tried it out yet. Then, my second expected benefit was that my lower back pain disappeared. And during this week, my lower back pain disappeared, except from the one day when I woke up with crazy back pain. But this was a different pain to my usual pain. So throughout this week, I would consider it a yes. But obviously, I do not have this pain every single week. So you cannot really say whether or not it was because I slept on the floor. And the third one, my improved posture throughout the week, this one is a no. Because 7 days are not long enough to really try to improve your posture with just sleeping on the floor. So my posture didn't change dramatically. Now, how do I continue? I thought about now switching between the bed and the floor, so I do not have to go through the hard days when I sleep on the floor again. Basically, I will now see whether or not my long-term expected benefits will be helped with by sleeping on the floor. So, would I recommend this to you? I personally think it depends a lot on your circumstances, because you definitely need to sacrifice the first 3 or 4 days on during this challenge. This means that if you're on non-usual work schedule or in school, you should not try this out. But if you are on holiday and curious about the challenge, you should definitely give it a try. And personally, if you're really interested, what is stopping you from doing this challenge as well? You can craft your own makeshift bed on the floor and just start out. If you do not want to continue, you can always stay with the bed. So for me, it was a really interesting challenge to try out. Although, as you heard already, I'm not going to stick to it forever. If you want me to do a follow-up, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. You can ask any sort of questions regarding the topic in the comments below. Have a great day. Bye.